Hey, what's up? It's me, Imani, and welcome back to my channel. Hey, what's up, Lavish Gang? Welcome back to another video. Today, we are speaking on how I made the Dean's List every college semester. Put some respect on my name. And I'm going to show you guys how y'all can do it too. So, first and foremost, be sure to like and subscribe on this video. Follow all of my social medias and stay tuned for more. So, first on how to make the Dean's List in college, I want to stress to you guys that it is important that you sit in the front row of every class. I know, sitting in the front row can be intimidating, but honestly, I do it and I always wasn't confident doing it, but it really helped me because you are alert. You have little time to get distracted. You're not gonna be on your phone because you're sitting right there in front of the professor, and you just retain more information because you're right there. You're not as distracted, and your sole attention is on whoever's speaking and on the lecture. So I would strongly advise that you sit in the front row, at least the first 3 rows, if you don't want to just sit all the way smack in the front. But me, no. I said smack in the front. You see me. I see you, professor. I'm here. Let's go. Yeah, I was in the front. I'm that student. If I'm sitting in your class, I'm in the front row. But I don't know. I got that as growing up an athlete. I was always, having to sit in the front row. It was just a rule for athletes at my school, so I got used to it and it came in handy, and it really affected my grades in a positive manner because I was always alert, I wasn't distracted, I was always in the front row, always there, always on point. So I suggest you sit in the front row. And also with sitting in the front row, you're more engaged in your environment, you're more into the lecture, you're more into what your professor is saying, you just see everything better, you don't have to worry about not being able to see. You're always just right there, and you're engaged. Another bit of advice that I would suggest for making the Dean's List, if you're really strong and serious about making the Dean's List, is taking your work seriously. Don't slack, don't be lazy. You need to be responsible, and you need to always put school first, put work first, put work before every and anything. Get your work done. I would strongly advise that you start your assignments early. And I'm talking about once they were posted on my Canvas, I'd be looking over it. I'd be looking at what I need to get done, what supplies I need, what notes I need. It would literally be posted, and it wouldn't be due for another month. I'd already be looking at it the day that I got the notification that it was posted. I'd be looking over it. And I just be ready to do it. And I would probably start doing it that day. I start everything early. So the best advice I could give you guys is start your projects early. I don't care if they're on the syllabus and then I do for another 3 months. Start that project because you can literally start it 2 months early. Take your time, do a little bit of it a day and finish it way before the due date. Turn it in, and if anything goes wrong, you have so much time rather than starting your project the week of or the night before and you're panicking, you don't know what to do, you're confused. At least if you start your assignments and projects early, you can already have an understanding, you can already be working on it to where if you're really confused, you can ask questions ahead of time. Your professor has plenty of time to get back to you. You can talk to other students about it. You can explain the concept better. You can understand the concept better, and it'll just help you so much more in the long run if you start all of your projects and assignments early. I would suggest to you guys, maybe it's me being an overachiever, but turn in all of your assignments early at that. I turned in all of my assignments at minimum 4 days early. Always turn your assignments early because I always just feel like something's gonna go wrong. I feel like something is gonna happen. My laptop will crash or just something like that. I never felt okay with turning in assignments the day of or, the night before. I just have to turn it in ahead of time with plenty of time to spare just in case something was wrong. There's been times where a professor was like, hey, you turned this in, but this is missing, da, da, da. And you just have time to correct it, you know? And also, when you do turn in assignments early, your professors go ahead and sometimes look at them. And if there's something wrong with it, they will tell you like, hey, you know, I noticed you turned this in, but it's missing this and this. And they'll give you a chance to literally make the correction and submit it again because you turned it in so early. And also, it's a good look on your professors because you're turning in all your work early, so you just look hardworking, dedicated, and like you're serious in what you're doing because you're on top of your work and everything gets done. One thing my professors know about me, I'm gonna turn in my assignments early every single time. I'm not waiting to no due date. I will literally have a panic attack. Like, I have to turn in my assignments way ahead of time. And plus, it gives me so much more time to finish it, and I feel so much more at ease because I can take my time, I don't have to rush, and I can take my sweet time to fully understand the concept and just get it done on my own timing and not be on my professor's timing. My golden advice for you guys with assignments, projects, all that good stuff for me was do all of your work at the beginning of the week, and I mean all of it. Don't leave any of it for the end. Get it all done at the beginning of the week. So that way you're free more towards the end of the week and you have more time for friends, going out, student events, parties, traveling, all that. One thing I can say is I balanced school and my social life pretty well. And I also was a student athlete playing volleyball. So I was able to balance school, volleyball, and having fun and partying very well. So that's one thing organization and being on top of your work can do. You can have all the fun you want and play all you want as long as you get your schoolwork done and get the serious aspect of your life done. You will be good. I did all of my work and assignments from Sunday to about Wednesday. So it'd be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's 4 days of just work, focusing on all my assignments, dialing in, and towards Thursday, you know, Friday, Saturday was my fun days, and I had time to just do whatever I wanted, go hang out with friends. Like, my friends would literally tell me like, I won't see you until the end of the week. I would literally not leave my dorm until my work was done, besides eating and stuff. So I wasn't leaving my room unless my assignments were done. I don't play. My parents are not wasting their money, and I'm not wasting my time on a class just to fail it. I'm passing all of my classes. I get my work done. Point blank, get your work done. Before you go play. You sit there and finish your work, finish your responsibilities, and you can play after. Playing is a luxury. Playing and having fun, you don't have to do those things. That's a luxury, and that's the only luxury that you'll get when you handle your business and handle the things that you actually need to do, and you put your priorities first. Then you can have fun and go play around. But first, you need to handle your business, handle your priorities, because no one's here in college. No one's pushing you to do your work. No one's making you do anything. No one's gonna force you to go to class. You have to do those things. You have to be serious. You need to hold yourself accountable and take care of your business. If you don't hold your own self accountable, then you just won't, because your mom can't wake you up every day. Your mom can't force you to get your work done. You have to do it. You have to want to do it, and you have to care so much about your grade that you're gonna be on top of things and get it done. Another bit of advice that I can give you guys is never take a 0. Ever. Never get so lazy to the point where you're like, I'm just gonna take the 0. No, I don't care what it is. Never take a 0. I have never taken a 0 in my life, and I never want to, ever. It's so pointless. Turn in something. If you get to the point where you're so burnt out to where you're like, okay, I truly don't want to do this, I truly don't have it in me, fill something out. Something. At least do half of it. At least get a 50. Zeros can literally make or break your grade, and you may think, oh, I have A's on all my assignments, 1 0 won't hurt. It could hurt. You never know. By the time your course and your semester is over, you never know how things can turn out. So just never take a 0. Make that as preventable as possible. Just do as much as your work as you can. And, you know, if it's for me, I'd say do all of your work. But if you don't want to do that, that's cool. At least do most of it. Never take a 0, though. At least turn in something. At least do something You know, just never get that lazy to the point where you're risking your grade and your semester because you were lazy from one assignment and you took a 0. You don't want to fail any class and just see that money wasted, and you don't want to get on academic probation, because if you don't handle your academic responsibilities, you will be on academic probation. Another bit of advice that I would give you guys to make the dean's list would be, in your in-person classes, I have this problem so much because I'm addicted to my phone. I'm always on my phone, but in class, I am not. Turn off your phone. I have to turn off my phone because I know if I see it ring, if I see the light up, if I see I get a notification, I'm naturally going to want to check my phone. And I know once I do that, it's a game over and I'm on my phone for the rest of class. So I'd say if you're like me, please, please, please turn off your phone right when you get to class and then turn it back on right when you leave the door. That's the best advice I can give you if you're like me and you're addicted to your phone. Sorry, my mom hates it, but I love my phone. So I have to turn it off when I get to class so that I can focus and all of my attention can solely be on my professor and the lecture and what I'm doing in my class on, my laptop and in work. I have to focus, so my phone is always cut off on D&D, everything, to where I'm not distracted on my phone and that my sole attention is on my class and I'm fully engaged. Another set of advice to making the dean's list would be to organize and plan all of your work and assignments. Therefore, I would suggest you buy a planner. It doesn't matter if you have a calendar and a planner on your university app that you use, such as Canvas, and it has all of your assignments listed. I suggest that you get your own planner, a physical paper planner, a binder planner, and you go through all of your syllabus and modules and you write down all of your assignments, all of your projects, all of your tests, all of your quizzes and the due dates. Write them down when they open, write them down on that date, and write them down when they close. Make sure you color coordinate them so that you can always be ahead on your work and you can be, on schedule with things, so that you never have to worry about missing an assignment, missing a due date, anything, because it will suck and you don't want to solely depend on an electronic device, because sometimes those apps and those systems glitch and sometimes they're down. So you always just want to have a paper copy the old-fashioned way, to where you can be 100% sure that you'll have all of your stuff done, all of your due dates turned in, and everything turned in on time, because you never, ever want to miss a due date. So make sure that you have that written down and that you check your planner every day. I'm big on planners. That's another way I was able to keep my assignments turned in so early, because I was always on point when things open. Even if a test wasn't open or an assignment wasn't open, in the modules, it'll tell you like it opens this day. So every day as I checked my planner, it would say, oh, this assignment opens this day. And I would know to go to that class, look at the assignment that just opened, and look at how much time I have to turn it in, usually like 2 weeks or a week. And I would get started on it that day because I knew that it opened that day from looking at my planner. And I went ahead, got started on it, finished it within that week, and now I turned in an assignment a week or two early, and I'm just ahead, marked them off my list, and I'm ahead in all my classes this way, because it's a useful technique and it will literally help you out so much. I cannot stress that enough. Another thing I would suggest for you guys is to be organized, as I've already stated, but also another way, a way to take your organization to the next level would be to fully plan out your day, fully plan out your study techniques, everything. Get you a schedule of how much time you're gonna spend studying, how much time you're gonna spend, doing extra activities that day. You need to fully have a schedule of what your day-to-day life is gonna be. If you wanna set out, hey, 4 hours a day, I'm gonna spend these hours doing my work and studying. You need to do that. You need to have that schedule. You need to understand your schedule. For me, I would say I do 4 hours studying, so I make sure, hey, I turn off my phone, no TV, spend 4 hours studying this, and then I work out for, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then I have eating dinner after that, and then I have, you know, an hour or two to watch Netflix. You always want to schedule out your days, each day to day. And for my scheduling, I would purposely schedule some days different than others depending on, you know, my classes and what I had going on that semester and what organizations I was in and what time we would meet. I would schedule my days, my workouts, my studying, and my homework completion around that. So everything was in order. Call me an organization freak, but it helped me get Dean's List every single semester. So follow those tips. Another bit of advice that I would suggest that you guys would be set reminders. Set reminders for any little task that you have. Always set reminders on your phone. Set, you know, alarms that'll go off like, hey, this needs to be submitted at this time, or hey, you need to study this. Hey, go pick up a tablet from Walmart. Set reminders on your phone. It'll make things so much smoother. You can't possibly remember everything that you need off the top of your head, so you might as well just set reminders just in case to remind you to do things. Set a reminder, hey, I'm studying at 6 o'clock. Hey, I'm studying at 1 o'clock. Always set reminders so that you don't forget and fall behind schedule. Another bit of advice that I would suggest would be, as far as class and note taking, they don't tell you to take notes. You take notes on your own. So therefore, whatever you feel that you need to know, you need to take notes. And a strategy that I have learned for taking notes that is very useful, I actually got this from my AP Psychology high school teacher that she taught to us. She taught us to always take notes with bright colors. They stand out to your brain more, and they are easy to catch on. You want to use bright colors when taking notes. You want to have a highlighter. You want to have colored pens. Something besides black pens, because colors tend to stick out to your brain more. You'll be able to retain so much more information with using colors as of than just using plain black and white, because our brains tend to get bored of that and you tend to tune it out. So if you have bright pink, bright green, bright orange, bright yellow yelling at you on a piece of white paper, your brain's gonna pick up on that way more than it would just black ink, all boring and lame. You really want to have colors. So you want to have colors. This will stick out to your brain so much more than just black and white paper, and you'll be able to retain so much more information with using these colors, and your brain will really love you for that because it's so much easier. I'd say use 2 to 3 different colors that'll help you retain the information for yourself. Yes, use 2 to 3 colors, and you'll thank me later with your notes. You'll be able to understand and just stay engaged in your studying and what you're looking at. You won't get bored of just seeing plain black and white, because after you've been studying for a certain amount of hours, that black and white just don't hit the same for you no more. You're bored. You don't want to keep staring at it, but the colors, are at least you can do something cute with it to where you can look forward to taking notes or going back over your notes, because you have the pretty colors, your favorite colors, looking right at you, glistening throughout the notes. So I would suggest you use bright colors, use lots of colored pens, you use lots of highlighters. In that case, you know, it'll be so much easier to study. You'll want to study more, and you can just retain so much information rather than just looking at plain black and white. Another thing I would suggest would be to get note cards. So when you're also studying, you can write, you know, the things that you don't understand or that you're struggling with on a note card. And on those note cards, you can go over those more. You can bring them with you. You can study them on the go. Note cards are just easier than carrying around your notepad all day or a big piece of paper. You can have little note cards with you. Write them down, study them, go over them, have friends quiz you. It's very useful. Another bit of advice that I would give you guys is write down information that you know that you will need. When it comes to classes, on your syllabus, your instructor is going to have their email, their phone number, they're going to have your required textbook, and they're going to have the graduate assistant's email. Write those down, put them somewhere to where you can grab them easy, do every single class that you're taking. Write them down in your notes on your phone. Write them down on a notepad. Put them on a sticky note. Hang them, to your mirror, because you will need those, and it'll make it so much easier for you to find them if you really wind up needing to contact someone, or you have a question, or you did something wrong, or they gave you a grade that you didn't like and you need more understanding. To have their number easily in your phone, you pull it out and then you can email them rather than going back to your computer, going through the syllabus, reading for it, looking for it, scouring through. You can literally have it at your fingertips, right there on your mirror, right in your phone in the notes. Just have them easily accessible. You can contact your instructor with anything that you need. Usually they have you contact your graduate assistant first though, just because your graduate assistants are the teacher's helpers basically. So they'll literally probably suggest that you reach out to them first, because professors already have so much on their plates. So they have graduate assistants that can help you way easier and sooner than they can. So always have their contacts with you so that you can always reach out to them. Always write down your required textbooks, just so you know whenever it's time to go and get the book, or if you are able to find a website that offers your book for free with a free PDF, you can always type in the ISBN number or the textbook number and it will pull it up for you. I strongly suggest that you find websites that allow you to buy books or rent books or get books for free. You will save so much money. And do not buy books or anything from your university store. They are overpriced and they are not worth it. And then when you try to sell things back, they only give you like 50 cents for something that you probably paid $400 for. They rip you off, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, do not buy books from the campus store. Do not buy books from any bookstores. I'd say Amazon, free websites for books. I can leave that in the description for more. And yeah, or buy books from previous students. And yeah, always look on just any book site, half price books. Oh, and go to the library for books, because they do offer your required textbooks sometimes, but it's first come first serve, so people are quick to hop on that and get those books. But a lot of times I found my textbooks that were required from the library also. So always use your resources. Another bit of advice, and this is more on my creative side, would be to make a vision board. Make your life how you want it. You need to fully examine everything you want in life, understand what it's going to take to achieve those things, and plan around it, plan accordingly. Make a vision board, say, this is my career. This is what I want for my career. This is what I want to achieve. This is what I want to achieve for this year. This is what I want to achieve overall in life. And you just have that every day, and it's literally your vision, so you know that you're working towards something. Because oftentimes when we're working and we're going through life, we lose sight of our vision. We lose sight of everything that we want to be and become, and sometimes we just get distracted and we get off track. But seeing that vision board every day can be your drive, and it can push you to go harder and harder every day, because you now know that you want to achieve this and that that's on your vision board. So every day I'm getting up and going to class for this. Every day I'm getting up and going to study for this, because I want to be this. And you're seeing it and you're believing it and you're envisioning yourself in those shoes. So it just pushes you to go harder. I have my vision board, but it's packed up because I'm actually getting ready to move back to college and move into a new student apartment. So that's for a different day. But yeah, make a vision board at the beginning of the year. It's fun, it's creative, and get your creative juices flowing. And how do you see yourself? Where do you want to see yourself in 10 years? Okay, go work for it. So get it done. Another bit of advice that I have for you guys would be to network. Network with students. Get to know professors. Network in clubs. Network in organization. If you want to be in a certain career, network with people that have things to do with that career. Network with your professors. They could recommend you for things later in life that you might need for your career. Network. A lot of these people that you work with, work around, a lot of these friends in your career field that you could meet, they could be your employers one day. They could work for an employer one day and help you find a job. They can help you, and they can be useful resources in your future. Never, ever, ever underestimate networking, because networking is the key to success. I promise you. What I could suggest to you guys is at least study 2 hours a day. At least. Studying more is what I would suggest, more than 2 hours, but at least study 2 hours a day, so that you know you're focused in school, that you can retain as much information as possible, that you can always be engaged in your classes, because you do not want to not study in class and get failing grades or not do as well as you can and just not reach your full potential in a class because you aren't studying or putting in the work or putting in the time to achieve, success in that class or excel in that course. And my final advice for this video would be to remind you guys that school does come first. Always, always, always remember that. School comes first, and it always will. You can be a pretty girl, you could be a fun guy, a pretty guy. You can have fun and still take school seriously. I have fun, I party. Don't think I'm under a rock and I only just do my work 24 hours a day, because I balance my life pretty well. I have had so much fun every year of college, and I still make the Dean's List every semester, every single year. So don't think that, oh, I have to pick one. I have to either be smart or I can have fun and do what I want to do. You can literally do both. There's 24 hours in a day. You make time for what you want to make time for, but you need to know your priorities and your fun. If your school is not done, do not go out. Point blank. If my work is not done, I'm not going out, and my friends know for a fact I will tell you I'm not going, my work is not done. So handle your priorities. That's all I could say. If you get to the point where you master balancing your life, you will be shocked at how much you can get done, how much fun you can have while you're achieving all of your goals and dreams and excelling in school. It's possible. You have to prioritize wisely, get stuff done, be organized, and you can have plenty of free time. There were plenty of times where I would be so ahead of my work, I could literally lay around the whole week and not have to worry about anything, because all my work was turned in so far in advance. I could literally just do whatever I wanted to do. But even then, I still didn't do that, and I still didn't lay around and do whatever I wanted to do. You don't want to know why? Because I was working on the next month's bit of assignment. I was working on my next task for the next 2 weeks assignment that are due in 2 weeks. I was always ahead, always planning ahead. I never wanted to get caught up in being complacent and getting comfortable. So I just always made sure that I was always on edge and just doing more and more, even though I had time to just relax. So I would just get as much work as I could done, and of course take mental health days. I did take mental health days to relax and to get my nails done, get my hair done, go out with friends and just, calm down, go swim, anything. But just always keep your priorities right, always study, always be on top of your work. And another strategy I would use to encourage myself to finish my work would be the getting my work done the Sunday through Wednesday, because I would tell myself, okay, if I don't get my work done Sunday through Wednesday, I'm not going out this weekend. I'm not seeing my friends this weekend. And I wanted to see my friends. I wanted to go out. I wanted to have fun. So you know what I would do? I would get all my work done before then or by then, and I would be able to see my friends. I would be able to go party. I would be able to go have fun because I handle my business. So that would be my reward. You have to give yourself rewards so you can want to do your work. If you have a boyfriend or a best friend or whatever you want to have, a family, event, function, tell yourself, I don't get my work done by this day, I'm not going. Guess what you're going to do if you want to see your boyfriend? Guess what you're going to do if you want to go see your best friends and hang out? You're going to get that work done. You're going to get it done. And you're going to get it done as fast as possible because you want to go out and have fun. So do the part that you don't really like, or the part that's not as interesting and fun right now, and then you can go play and enjoy yourself later. So that's the best advice that I can give you. So I hope you guys enjoyed the advice that I gave you guys. I really hope that you guys take this into account and that you guys hold yourself accountable and to use these tips to excel in school. I really wish you guys the most amazing school year. I wish you guys lots of success, and I hope you guys excel in everything that you put your minds to, and that you guys achieve everything your heart desires, achieve all of your goals and dreams. And I thank you for watching this video. Please be sure to follow all of my social media accounts. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please come back for more. Thanks, Lavish Gang. Bye.